They're doing battle right now off stream. The winner of that game guaranteed in the top 4. So congrats on that front. But we're going back to Inky Splash Zone because we have these new maps. We might as well use them as we see this draft from the perspective of the Grass Touchers, TabooBabu, the Tanman, and Luke. Again, their opponents are going to be the likes of good old 2 Glasses of Milk, please, yeatzy, Thrownee, and Omegas in Paris. We'll see how this one plays out as we get into it. First pick is going to be a Drekar and an Estelle. Haven't seen a Drekar yet today, and I'm a little bit surprised by that. Drekar, you know, usually a quite a popular pick, I've noticed. Estelle been a very popular pick already on this map. Every team kind of pushing them out as it is all projectiles right now for the Grass Touchers. Era, Juliet, Estelle. An old school composition actually coming out from that red side. Pretty straightforward. I would assume that is going to be... Normally, I would assume it would be the Estelle on the goalkeeper, but I'm not sure if yeatzy played a goalkeeper from what I remembered. Okay, no, they are. Yeah, so that does make sense. So you have Omega's looking to kind of, you know, pump up Thrownee, who has looked quite good in the past. Luke's CRC, obviously, is going to be the goalkeeper on the other side. On that Kai, first barrier, though, will go down in favor of 2 Glasses of Milk. We'll see if we find that third. The cannon not going to be effective this time around. Now, it should be worth noting, of our 2 awakenings, one of them was prime time, so who cares what the other opening awakening was? Everybody has gone prime time, and maybe that's why we see so many projectiles coming on the Grass Touchers. I feel like prime time always does well with everybody, but on the projectiles in particular, does seem to lead to good fortune. Speaking of which, TabooBabu is going to lock and load their way through for an opening goal. High fives all around for the blue side. So despite the early pressure coming from the red team, it is going to go to the blue. And yeah, I mean, primetime just feels like it benefits a Drekar and a Estelle forward more so than it necessarily would an Era and a Juliet. Don't get me wrong, it's strong on everybody. And especially if we get kind of those core duels in front of the net, it would be really good for the Thrownee. But point 1, we didn't see it. And point 2, we didn't see it either. So we just saw Omegas in Paris being able to put that one in. Here we go. 1-all. We're going to start off our next point. Omegas in Paris. Not quite able to get anything to yet. yeatzy's going to go ahead and draw it back as Omega still tries to put that pressure on. The Maelstrom not really making contact with the core, but neither with the cannon. And now cannon's going to come back that other way in about 3, 2, 1. Again, it doesn't hit its mark, but the stuff it does. Omegas in Paris just gets one right through Luke. It's going to be a 2-1 lead. There we go. So we continue with this. Immediate pressure coming from that blue side. They've gotten the barrier down already. Cannon's locked and loaded. When will it fire? Actually, it doesn't. There it is. A little bit longer than usual to get going, but now the cannon's going to come back the other way. That's a core flip from yeatzy. Actually shot it straight towards it. It got stuffed on the line. Now down the middle with the volley. Actually will lead to Thrownee putting that pressure on. Paris keeps it up tight off the top crossbar, but not quite in. Maelstrom as well not hitting its mark. Very high health game, actually. No one's really been staggered yet, as I thought that core was going to go in for a brief moment. It never really should have gotten that close. Second cannon fire coming from the red side. Again, not really hitting its mark. Blue side's cannon as well. Doesn't get to the core this time, so the big gimmick of this map has so far been just that, a gimmick, as that's a good little block from Thrownee. Not enough power behind the core, though, to get it in. Paris steps forward, has a core flip. Won't get the chance to use it. TabooBabu has theirs as well. Wanted to use it defensively, wound up missing, but it doesn't matter because the pass play just did not come through. Thrownee now, with help of the cannon, actually sees it goes back, then forward, and then punched in. It will be the first set going to 2 Glasses of Milk, please. I don't know if the grass is getting touched right now or if it's going to get mowed, but it's looking pretty good for the Glasses of Milk. First pick is going to go to in Paris. A lot of good choices. I like Twin Drive, actually, but it will be the cast to last. It does make sense. I was hoping for something a little unorthodox, but I think you actually get pretty similar to the same amount of time with the cast to last on the speed buff, so Instead, Twin Drive actually falls back down to the Estelle on the red side. So keep in mind that that's Primetime and Twin Drive currently on the same character on Thrownee, which will be a lot of fun. TabooBabu was the one able to get the Orb Dancer, and we'll see how that will come into play. The Drakkar can be very slippery with a lot of movement speed, but, I mean, this goal's already been scored. Thrownee, just too much pressure right up front. Going to make it a quick 1-0 in their advantage. They scored once. That's a win in my book, says Funky in regards to the Grass Touchers. I would like to think they can get more than one. Keep the faith, my friend. Believe in your side. Anything can happen in this game, all right? Let's see if they can get themselves another. I mean, I've already seen big plays out of TabooBabu, and it's not like, you know, their positioning has been too terrible. As soon as I say that, they all kind of clump together. That was a little bit awkward. I always want to see a team more spread out. But, hey, if it works, it works. The goal's open. The cannon's ready to fire. It's not going to make contact with anything of note. TabooBabu, though, a chance to stuff with the lock and load. Doesn't quite get it. Thrownee does a good job keeping space for the top side. Core flip has to be used, but it is used effectively. In fact, it gets all the way to the barrier. That said, Thronee's been staggered. Has to sit on the wall to stay alive. Uses the Maelstrom to stay protected, but eventually they are taken out. 2v3 power play, and you can see own goals it. Oh. You take the OCE player out of Rocket League, but, well, you can't take the OCE out of the Rocket League player. That's going to be an own goal. That's going to be a little bit awkward there. Still, chance to bring it back as omegasinparis. Right, got the barrier. Couldn't get the follow-up right there. And another shot cried up, but too much water pressure into the Maelstrom. That will be another goal, and it's going to be a 2-1 lead in favor of the Glasses of Milk. Also, Funky, I do have some bad news for you. I know you wanted to see Grass Touchers get another goal. An own goal by the other team doesn't count. All right, so they need to score another one on their own. And I believe they will. You know what? I still think you should keep the faith for it. But if I were you, what I'm saying is if I were you, I wouldn't be satisfied with that, all right? I'd want to see them get a proper goal. And they might get it here with the cannon. No. It's going to be saved by yeatzy on that line. As yeatzy's going to try to keep things up on that top side towards the barrier. Not quite there. omegasinparis splits the gap, though, and I don't know how that hole was left open. Yes, you can see the Tanman just trying to get some pressure, but with the cannon into the redirect, omegasinparis puts it in, and it's now a 2-set advantage in favor of 2 Glasses of Milk. Needing one more to kind of put this one away. 3-1, 3-1 so far, how these sets have gone. Again, first pick going to be going to omegasinparis, and they're going to be taking that chrono boost. They've already got extended buffs. Now you're going to make them more powerful. I always say movement speed is going to be key in this game, and that's where we're going to be seeing a lot of it. Now, extra special actually dropping quite a fair bit ways away, and I'm not too surprising seeing, you know, who is available. I kind of thought it would have gone actually over to the Juliet, but yeah, Super Surge, baby. Again, that mobility makes sense, so extra special going to a Drakkar, not always the best. Good save by yeatzy, diving back in time. Thought for sure that one was going to go in. This time it does, though, off the redirect. Good little goal coming from the Grass Touchers. Luke CRC is actually going to be pretty tough to get a pass right now. As that goalkeeper, between the 1-2 punch and the rapid fire, I mean, they're going to be hitting fast and hard, especially as these plays get more and more extended. I feel like that's where we're going to see Luke CRC step up that fair bit more. Unless they get stuff like that, how does the core not hit? Good bit of goalkeeping from Luke. Volley used a little too early. TabooBabu gets the barrier down. A chance for a 2-0 set lead would be nice, but instead the barrier comes out the other way, and this is where you see the Glasses of Milk just be able to put it through. This is where I wish this game had replays, because it looked like Luke made an unforced error there, and that's kind of what allowed it to go in. A bit unfortunate, but 2 goals away, 2 Glasses of Milk. You know, that's all what's left. Those 2 glasses, all right? Get them, drink them down, and you'll be sitting 2-1. 2, just that magic number for this team as it stands out. However, Tanman has a core flip and is stepping forward. Doesn't matter. Lock and load, stuffs it past yeatzy. That's a tough one to defend against. And with that, it's now set point for those Grass Touchers. Let's see if they can put it away. It'd be really great for them to get that set. You don't want to get swept, as good defense from Luke keeps it off the barrier, and then the core flip actually gets stuffed by omegasinparis. KO, though, will help, but here comes the cannon fire. Right where it needed to be. yeatzy hits it into the corner. That crosses up the cord. Now it's going to have to chase it up. It has, the core flip available, and just taking all the time they need until you get Paris back up and standing. Now Thrownee keeps it up high. The pass to himself through the corner, leading to the punch shot. It's like a punch to the gut against the grass touchers now. 1 goal away from winning this. The first sweep we'll have of the evening. Winning expected in the 1v1 round, yet here's where we sit, and already it's going to be a power play. Quick KO, Thrownee and Omegas working together. Goals open. Here's the cannon. Core's going to hit it, but Thrownee misses. Doesn't matter. Paris connects, and that's going to do it. 2 glasses of milk, please. Order it up. Ship it through. It's a 3-0. Like to think, you know what? You know what kind of glass of milk that is? I'm gonna terrify people who actually, I don't know if this is a Queensland thing or not. I think I've only seen it in Queensland. But have you guys seen lime flavored milk in your supermarkets? It's usually a Breaka. It's the same color green that the grass is. So I see those 2 glasses of milk. My first thought was lime flavored milk. And let me tell you, it is as disgusting as it sounds. All right? Not good. You shouldn't have a milk be its flavor something that is sour. Either way, though, we're going to look at some of the damage here. Thrownee and omegasinparis each, 10k plus in that 3-0. Pretty good. Again, not a lot of KOs tonight, all right? Like, it's been not that great, but we will see. Okay, judging by your reaction, lime-flavored milk is a Queensland thing. I think it's just a Queensland thing. Yeah, there you go. If you want to read, Queensland's a near perfect state. That's holding us back. All right, that's keeping us behind in the grand scheme of things. Look, we're going to be throwing it to a break right about now. We will see what happens moving forward. Just a quick score update, though. Team Tapname did get a win. Team Tapname got a loss against LGBZZZ, and unfortunately, that means Team Tapname is probably eliminated alongside the Grass Touchers as well. We're going to have 5 teams sort of in that top half, and they're going to be the ones doing battle when we look towards round 4. So stick around. Our 4th and final round of the group stage will be back when we return.